You are not a victim. You make yourself a victim. We wasn't put on earth to be victims. Now, when you got fear and worry flowing all through your body, that's when the victim mindset starts to kick in. You know, you go through things and you end old relationships, and then you start to look around and you blaming everything and everybody except for yourself. You can never be a victim and flourish. How? The world gonna treat you ass so for the rest of your life. Because that's what you asking for. That's the energy you putting out. You know, where energy goes, where attention goes, energy flows. So all your attention is going into you being a victim, being the one who got betrayed, being the one who got used, but you never took the time to self-reflect and think that you're the one who opened the door for all the abuse. Your life is going to be in the loop. It's going to be in the same loop for the rest of your life. And I don't think you want that. I don't think nobody deserves that. You're worthy of not being a victim. You're worthy of being way, way much more than that. All you had to do was just take accountability first. Accountability is for those who want to be free. It's for the ones with courage. You didn't go through what you went through for nothing. God allowed certain things to happen to you for nothing. Now, if you don't learn from it, then it was for nothing. But life is happening for you, not to you. It's happening for you. If I was to walk and slip down this hill, it might hurt. I might be in pain. But I know it happened for a reason. It happened for, whoa, shit. Nah, for real, I almost slipped. Now, the reason might be because he don't need me to be down here on this hill doing certain things. Or it might be because I need to have the proper shoes on. Either way, I'm not going to blame the hill. Stupid hill, you made me slip. Nah, the hill ain't made me slip. I made me slip. You know why? Because most of the time, because we have our guard down. If anything ever happened to you and people got anything past you, it's because you had your guard down. And a lack of boundaries. A lack of boundaries allow people to go all the way sometimes. It's because you allowed it. If I open the door for disrespect and I open the door for nonsense, and then I look around my house and it's a whole bunch of disrespect and nonsense, what am I gonna do, blame them? When I'm the one who opened the door, I let them come in. It's your house, it's your rules. So whatever's going on, it falls back on you. I don't play the blame game. And when I do take accountability, I don't beat myself up. It's not about being critical to yourself. It's about letting yourself know that you are worthy of way more. Way more love, way more respect, way more peace, and way more harmony. That's all accountability is about. It's about you wanting to change this behavior because, you know what? I've been on this loop-de-loop too many times. It's time for me to take a turn. It's time for you to turn off and evolve. We're only here to create and evolve, clear some karma, and live life. That's it. Live the version of life that you feel as though is in alignment with your soul. Only your internal soul, your eternal compass can tell you where you're going and where you need to not go. See, the reason we don't trust a lot of things and a lot of people is because, first of all, you got to trust yourself. If I don't trust myself, of course I'm not going to trust nobody else. So I don't have trust issues. Once you realize that you can trust yourself, and by trusting yourself, you might have to put yourself into certain circumstances and situations where you gain the trust for yourself again. That's by standing on your word when you say you're going to do something, being accountable, being at places that you know you need to be at, and staying away from places that you know you don't need to be at. That's how you gain trust for yourself. And the more you know yourself, the more you know everybody. The man who knows himself cannot be manipulated by anybody because you see yourself in everybody you come across. The version of yourself that takes accountability and doesn't look outside of itself to like blame, you are stubborn. You get to know your internal world. You get to really see everything for what it is. See, we don't do enough cleaning up inside. Like, You ever been in somebody's room and there's so much shit in there, it's so much junk that you really can't even really get comfortable. You can't even think straight. Now, have you ever seen a room that has been clean for the first time in a long time? You clean and you look around, you like, damn, I didn't even realize there was this much space in here. Like, there's really a lot of space in here. That's the same thing as your internal world. The same thing as the trauma you hold on to. We got so much clutter in our psyches that it's hard to even look around and think straight. So all we do is just blame. Instead of cleaning up. You gotta clean up. Clean up what you messed up so you can start your life over again. I forgot who sung that song. That's a song. I like that song too. My father used to sing that song. Now listen, once you clean up, you can see how much space. Love is space. You gotta give yourself space. Now you can grow. Now you can stretch. Now you can see. See, the awareness is the key. The key to all of this is awareness. People can only get over on you, and you can only allow people to get over on you when you're not aware that it's going on. See, now I really speak from a compassion place when I say that fuck being the victim. The victim is always going to be a victim. We are gods and goddesses. We are not victims. All right? We might be programmed. There might be people around you programming to make them feel as though they're the victim, and it looks and it feels so real because they're attaching emotions to their past. Forget the past. This moment is the only moment that counts. This moment right here is the moment that counts. Anything outside this moment, I don't need to be thinking about because that's not for me. That battle is not mine. My responsibility right now in this moment is to be authentic, and it's for me to be in alignment with everything that I know that's true for me. The whole truth and nothing but the truth for me. Now, the way I'm walking and talking and doing my thing, everybody's not going to agree with. So that's why I don't look for validation. My validation comes from the creator, from the source. My validation comes from how good it feels to be myself. Day in and day out without having to explain yourself. You don't have to explain yourself to nobody. Just respect yourself. The way you love on yourself is the way that the world gonna love on you back. That's a fact. But how you ever gonna get the true unconditional love back for yourself until you... I think I just ripped my shit off, dog. I think I just ripped my coat out of this motherfucker. Damn, it's cold. So long story short, accountability is the key. Patience is virtue. It works for you, so it can't hurt you. Peace, love, blessings to everybody. Shine your light and shine it bright. Don't dim it for nobody.